something, anything that activates, ignites the things. Okay. Manifest the next chat. Here we are. Here we are. And cheers to 30, because we did a lot. Cheers to 30. Cheers to 30. Cheers to 30. Dead. Okay, and where's the, it's the red one? If I want to talk to the camera? Okay, perfect. Okay. For sure. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. No problem. Just like, what are we gonna do? Oh, looks good. Okay. In case you saw that. Gotta like situate the girls. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. Happy December. Happy full moon in Gemini. Before we start, fudge sickle brownie. And like, I want to thank Tiana for being here. And I'm so happy to be at WTF Media Studios. It is Black owned. September, October, November. It's been 3 months, but I love recording my podcast here. I feel so safe. I feel so happy. Y'all, last podcast, we were downtown. They have 2 locations. Both are great, but I just love something about the couch, the room, the essence. And 2, the girlies are booking here. All your top favorites, they're booking here. Maybe it's the white on book here, support. And let's get started. Hi, welcome to Black Girl Can't Cook, the podcast on body image healing, cooking, self-love, Real Housewives, eating disorder recovery, celebrities, hot topics. I've been away. We're going to get to that. Oh, I am your host, Brianna Pollins. I turned 30 in November. Happy birthday, all my Scorpios, all my Sagittarius. We're in December. It is December 15th. The full moon is in Gemini. Yeah! Get your cocktail, get your Mercury. And we're not sponsoring. We're not putting, y'all, I tried to do Black owned. I said, sir, Via Ray, Issa Rae Prosecco. I don't even drink Prosecco, but Black, they didn't have that. So cheers, happy full moon. We made it. And we're 30. I love recording also too at WTF Media Studios because I love the producers and the teams. And Tiana's a Scorpio. So happy birthday to her too because we both turned 30. And God is good all the time. We have stuff to address, obviously. You know what my thought was? Because I had to like prep talk myself. I was like, let's do like, do you want the good news or do you want the bad news? And so it's like, let's do the good news. For me, T, it's like good news first. Give me the good news and then we'll end with the inevitable. But I've missed you guys so, so much. Hi, YouTube family. Y'all, they might be banned in TikTok-y. So YouTube, hello, hello. Hi to the followers. We're going to grow. We're going to thrive. But also, hi, TikTok. I put my presence on TikTok. And it's been fun. It's been great. And I talked a lot of SHIT about TikTok. I take it all back. It is a place of community, people, education, reach, social justice, the news. I don't know if most Americans are getting their news from like the cable, the news, but they're getting it from TikTok. Me, an American, am getting my news from TikTok. I have several followers that I love. They just, oh my goodness, TikTok is a beauty. And my like reality third eye tap, Donnie's not going to ban it, but like Meta or Facebook is going to own it. And then they're going to be able to sell our data, our private stuff. That's what's going to happen. It's sad, but capitalism, or do we just say capital? Nonetheless, happy December. It does feel like Christmas. To me, it does. It's been sad that it's Christmas, but I'm trying to get down to Wall Street and see the Christmas tree. Y'all, I'm a big girl. We're 30. I saw, and we all love the Rockefeller tree. If you're a New Yorker, if you know, you know. But the tourists, if you're trying to go see the Rockefeller tree, you got to go at like 5 a.m., 3 a.m., go early, go when there's no one there, have a moment, kiss under the mistletoe, be with yourself, be with your lover. I want to go to the Wall Street tree. I heard it's beautiful. I heard it's great. But also in the TikTokies, it looks like it's like gated, but also you're down there by the financial district. And like, how funny with everything happening, Pluto in Aquarius, Mercury retrograde stationing, America in its Pluto return. I've been so triggered and traumatized by 2008. How old were you in 2008? I was 14. What is the math of the freshman going into high school, junior high, exiting junior high? That recession. Do you guys remember? And I was a baby. Do you remember Occupy Wall Street and like what was happening? And like, girl. And I just remember reading about New York and just thinking like the people and they're camping out. And then they bailed all the banks out. Listen to me. I've said it multiple times. We are entering an age of people and of power and community. And we're going to get to the election. Ready. Hold it. But about people, I think there's not like a race war happening. I think there's a class war happening. I think a lot of people are sad and fed up and tired. And ultimately, we're going to move into hope, into the future, into collective, into community. And I think so much fear mongering, so much cynicism, depression. Girl, look into the light. Look into the light. So, what is happening? Where do I want to start? You guys, talk about a champagne, the carbonation. I have been burping like it's nobody's business. So excuse me if I back up from the mic. I'm burping and I don't want to belch. But burping, aren't we all babies? Let's get into hot topics really, really quick. I live in New York City. I celebrated 10 glorious years of living here, September 16th, 2014. I was 19. I was a child. I still feel like a 30-year-old teenager. I didn't coin that. Someone said that and I'm like, yes, me. I've been in New York in a minute and there hasn't been like any drastic terrorist crazy thing happen there hasn't been anything that's happened like that or like this. But the last thing that happened was there was like this freak accident where like this man in a semi truck, like he mowed over people on the West Side Highway. So I've always been like eerie or mindful of that area because like that was like the last tragic, crazy thing that's happened. Fast forward to now, present day, y'all, this man executed a CEO pharmaceutical man in broad daylight in Midtown. Hi, hello. If you're in Nebraska, Oklahoma, Africa, London, Midtown is like the most central. You're not in Times Square, but you're like 34th Penn Street, you're like 2-3 blocks lower south north of Times Square. Midtown is popping. Broad daylight, we have an execution, a murder. And so the people on the interweb, the collective, this is post-election. Take a drink, take a smoke, take a hit, Donnie Trump is our president for the next 4 years, moving for. Girl, we're going to get there. Ugh. This man killed this man, and it has brought Americans together collectively, holistically, energetically. The healthcare system in this country is sad, it's hard, and I'm a little concerned having experienced a death recently, very close. We've celebrated death, the American people, and that's very scary. The energy, I think, with Donald, with the shadow side, with empathy. Can you believe we're 5 years out of COVID? Fucking nuts, fucking crazy. It's sad, and we should not celebrate anyone killing anyone. You know what? Shout out Salone Bella. She like execution style, like, and y'all, they played this on the news. On the news. On the news. Even my Nana, my mom, she was like, I'm so surprised. It was on the news. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I am praying for both families involved. Luigi, also not a conspiracy theorist. Is it him? Is it him? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. But also, this was a husband, a father, a son, and yes, evil, corruption, yes, but we're celebrating. You cannot celebrate a death. A death, you can't. It's no. Know what I even feel as a Christian, as a girl, as a human, as an American, with the death penalty, I don't even believe in that because no human has the right to take another human's life. Their soul, their life. Girl, his name's Luigi. TikTok is also a scary place because the girls are fangirling. Oh, which I'm like, Americans and young girls we're deprived, but also I'm like, I don't find any killer or any attraction, lust, love, but also again, is it him? Oh, there's so much. There's so much. Next hot topic. What are the girls in Hollywood doing? And I posted a TikTok, I posted a reel. I got one comment, then I got a racist comment. TikTok has a dark side. But it was like Donatella Versace, Lindsay Lohan, Serena Williams. She did this post. They came for her. And now someone was like Angelina Jolie. She's got a great Netflix film. Their faces are looking different. This is the thing about technology, the internet, time. I'm a millennial. We have Gen Z. I think the next ones are like Gen 10. Who are they? But they're, oh my God. And these New York kids, if you're a New Yorker child, young baby, and you're 10, you're like 16. They're with it. They know it. Girl, okay, listen. We have time. We have proof. We have evidence. I am 30 years old, born and raised 1994. So like 2004 was like 10, 12. So I was still like a child. I was 10. Seeing Lindsay Lohan, seeing Paris Hilton, seeing Donatella Versace, Angelina Jolie, we know what their faces look like. To see a drastic change in... Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? And asleep. Listen, we're taking it somewhere different than Botox, filler. I don't know. It looks like a facelift, girly, where they cut around and then it's like we're not judging. We listen, we don't judge. They're changing their faces. They look insane. And also, God bless her. And I love Lindsay Lohan. Her albums changed my life. The song Over, felt that to my core, had not even experienced love. Now I have. It's a bar. Watch the music video. I have personally healed my daddy issues, problems. Love my dad. Hi, Dad. But she had the classic Confessions of a Broken Heart, talking to her daddy, blonde hair, bad tracks. That whole album. I listen to it on the regular. I love Lindsay. She has her career. She's a Netflix girl. She's a Christmas girly. What are they doing with their faces? It is not okay to lie to young girls, to the people. It's just sleep. Oh my God. What is your face? Donatella Versace? Girl! We've seen her. And I think it gets dangerous because young girls are growing up and thinking that your face never changes or you look like this and it's natural. And people that have access to money, to surgeons, you can change. You can look at, we don't say her name, the K's. Now the shapes are smaller. Now the skinny is in, whiteness is in. This is weird. But what's so beautiful about Gen Z, millennials, TikTok, information, girl, while they're still not scrubbing the internet, we have proof. We have things of like, you did not look like that a month ago, a week ago. And I just think we have to be honest. And it's a beauty to age. Aging is a gift. Aging is a gift. We can see through you. They're changing their faces. There's a new surgeon in town. And girls, it's so crazy now as a 30-year-old. And sidebar, I've started solid core. Girl, I've started solid core, not a Pilates girl. I'm a solid core girly. Young girls, teenagers, your body changes. Oh my God, your body changes at 18, at 19. If you're a late bloomer, when you start having intercourse, when you have a child, when you're 28, when you're 25, when you're on birth control, when you get off birth control, when you turn 30, when you start lifting weights, when you cut out alcohol, when you cut out weed, but when you binge eat, when you're starving yourself, your body can change and you can naturally get it to anything you want it to be. I hate to see this way of quick fixes, of instant gratification. It's fucked up. It's not real. And shout out to my girlfriends. I have plenty of girlfriends who I love who do Botox, who do fillers. And that's not for me. I would not ever put shit in my face. Like, God makes us all beautiful in his example. Natural, not touching it. And two, it's so crazy growing up in the white suburbs, like having dark skin, all my white friends tanning. You know how many play dates and things I'd go to? We'd be at the pool. My friends would just tan. I'd be like, can we play? Can we do something? Okay, now I do love to tan. I used to be an Arizona girl. I need the sun. I love the sun. But growing up, that was the whole thing. You also know how growing up with my lips, my natural gorgeous lips, and how I felt like very insecure, not proud. And now women blow up. It's crazy. And beauty standards change. I want every woman to feel comfortable in her skin. And also, I mean, if you have the power to do it, yeah, do it. But don't lie to us. You're a liar. And two, if you're lying, I'm not supporting your shit. Also, celebrity culture is dead, done, whatever. Take another drink. Take a shot. Kamala lost. But I knew Kamala was going to lose once I saw Tyra Banks in the Victoria's Secret's reboot fashion show, y'all, in a leotard, body covered, weave looking like a 10 grit. But also they say, like, if you have a bad wig, excuse me, I told you, champagne burps. If you have a bad wig, that like attracts good men. Anyway, once I saw my girl Tyra out there and how they did her, I knew Kamala, a black woman, she is not going to be president. And personally, I'm so proud of myself for trusting my gut, trusting my intuition. Listen, Joey's a Scorpio. Baby oldie, he got my vote last year. This year, I did not feel comfortable. And I don't care. You can lie for protection if it's saving your life. I didn't vote. And if you're personal in my life and I lied to you, watch my show, Black Girl Can't Cook. I did not vote. And I'm so happy I did not vote because all politicians lie. Each side is evil. There is corruption. There is child trafficking. There is manipulation, corruption. You know what? I don't have Netflix. I had to get rid of Netflix after the Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Girl. But if you're on Netflix, go watch House of Cards. I know Kevin Spacey. Look at Robin White. Think of women empowerment, growth, evolution. That tells you everything you need to know about the American political system. And I did not feel comfortable voting. No. And for years, as a Black American, my parents, my grandparents, the ancestors, it is our right, our vote. We died. Being an American, having free will while we still have it, praise God, I have the power of choice. And like, if I'm to go out on a date and like date in the future, Lord child, I don't know if I can actively date a Trumper. Back then it was different. Take a drink, take a shot. If you dated a Trumper, you met a Trumper, you girl. Now I don't know. No. But listen, friends, listen. I don't care who you voted for. I care about how you are as a person. Are you kind? Are you loving? Do you care about your fellow neighbor? Kind of. Are you Christian? Are you Jewish? Are you Buddhist? Do you practice? Are you just at a base level a good human? And right now, the energy is there's a lot of evil and darkness. And that's the least of my concerns. I think, let me use I sentences. I have a lot of working class friends. Yeah, I'm a city girl. Yeah, I'm hot shit. Yeah, Chanel, champagne. What the fuck? I have a lot of friends in Arizona, in California, in Utah, in Portland. And I bet you do too, regardless of race, regardless of economic status, who voted for this man. And it's disgusting. It's atrocious. It's awful. But if they're a good person, a good human, I'm not going to cut them out of my life. I'm not. I'm fucking not. 2020 was horrific. It was haunting. It was really like, oh my God, racism, blackness. All my girlfriends growing up who we would, listen to rap, they would say the N-word. Their parents were awful. They were the microaggressions, the racism. 2020 was such a rude, hard, earth-shattering awakening for me. And I got rid of, I would say, 80% of friendships and of girls who were very Trump and MAGA and were very much like, Brianna, unless it's your black body on the ground, we're just not. So I did that and had that whole shift. Right now, it's different because 90%, a lot of people voted for this man and they're not bad people. They're confused. Don't hit yourself, love yourself. They're confused. Yes, you're uneducated. But I'm not going to throw them in the dustpan. I'm not going to be disgusted. I'm not going to deteriorate years of friendships if you voted for Trump. And I mean, you're going to see what you voted for, right? I mean, Black women were taking a step back. We are reflecting. We are getting right in our mind, body, spirits. And ultimately, peers, friends, you're going to get what you deserved. And I really am just praying for women and the work just to have a baby, to get pregnant, to have a child. And we know the rates for Black women, the mortality rate. I'm just praying because, it's an attack on poor women, and I hope they can get care. I don't know what's going to happen. Girl, come January, we're going to rewatch Gossip Girl. We're going to rewatch The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know. It's going to get very dark and grim. And I hope that you're a child of God and Jesus will carry you through. Carry you through. Okay, I turned 30. I turned 30 in November. My best friend came to town. I was depressed. It's been awful. We're going to get into that. Remember, good news, bad news. But it was so good. And I love Leos and Leo women. And just when you know someone for decades or friends you grew up with, childhood friends, they have a way of bringing you back down to earth. And you really kind of remember your core self and who you are. And my bestie came. It was so wonderful. Also to have a girlfriend, to host, to have my apartment. Mind you, I just have a couch. I have a bed. I have a bowl, 3 spoons, a fork. My girlfriend opened my fridge. She was she was shook. She was shook. She did not shame me. She loves me, but she was this is not just a Brita water filter and some chocolate and she couldn't in the freezer. Girl, she was Brianna, even if it's basics, you need to have a bread, eggs, cheese, and I was I'm 30. You're not wrong, but it was so good. She's so low key. There was a couple spots. Oh, there was a wait, 2024 in New York. If you're not booking a reservation, any night of the week. You're going to have to wait, or if you're lucky, if it's tour solo, you can get a bar seating. She was so low key. We had the best, most magical time. And she was so open. She was so open. I've been closed off. I've been very dark, depressed. We were walking through Washington Square Park, and like these college girls like wanted to interview us. They interviewed us. We like sat down. And again, it's so important to have friends who really know you, who can bring you back down to earth, to surface level. I think if I'm looking at 5 years ago and in COVID and dating and like food, it was really like luxury and like eating out and like these fine dining experience and like learning about that stuff, being like 26 to 28. Oh my God, amazing. But then being with my girlfriend, being like, give me good company, give me like a $5 pizza spot or like a burger joint, and like I am set. I don't need to go to the 5-star restaurant, the corner store. I don't need to be like bougie. Everyone on TikTok, every basic girl is the same, doing the same. And it's the same review and it's the same. I think about my idols. I think about who inspired me. I think about Anthony Bourdain, and I'm like, he would hate this. He'd hate this shit. He'd be like, what the? So with my girlfriend in town, I really was able to remember my values. Remember like, oh, I love Mexican food. I love pizza. I love small business. I love women's chef. I love just like keeping it basic, keeping it simple, and it's, do you see, I live in New York City. There's so many foods. I can find food. I can find anything anywhere. And like, it can be in any borough. And I don't need to go out every single night and spend $100, $500. I think right now, a lot of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. If I'm going to film content, I want to be relatable. I want to reach a wider audience. Also, I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate. Not everyone can go out every single night and eat out. I can. But yeah, it was a 30th birthday, stayed in my Juicy Couture birthdays. We sung happy birthday, FaceTime my family. Excuse me. Over Christmas break, I'm going to be with my family. We're going to celebrate again. And I don't know, I was kind of telling Tiana before, I was like, I've turned 30 and like a switch, like the frontal lobe, something has grown, something has shifted. I'm so happy. When I moved to New York, I was 19 and all my friends were older. When I say that, they were like 23, 24, which is like not older, but that 4 or 5 years, I was so green and so shy and so scared. And now I just feel centered. I feel like I know myself. I feel like I know where I want to go. I feel like my 20s, I'm at this like eagle view of just like a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, a lot of like just your 20s are so fun. And I'm just ready for this next chapter. My birthday was great. Shout out to my girlfriend. You know who you are. And before my birthday, and before I came here with you guys, wait, I want to tell you about last weekend. Last weekend was so fun. It was so fun. Taylor Swift, she ended her Eras tour, and you guys, she ended it. This girl, Megan, on TikTok, hosted this like party for like all these girls to like watch Taylor's performance. It was so fun. It was so incredible, but it was so cathartic just to like sing at a bar. And I'm like, we need community. Speaking of community, every Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be at Central Park, the Jackie Onassis Reservoir, the water. I'm going to be going on a grief walk. If you go on a loop, it's about 4.2 miles. I think I'm going to do 4 miles every Saturday and Sunday at noon. If you're in Central Park, if you live uptown, if you live in Manhattan, if you live anywhere in New York and you want to come on a walking, there's so many like jogging, running. I want to start a walking club. And right now I'm moving through grief and I don't have a lot of friends. I feel a little alone. 30 so interesting. You have friends who are getting married, getting engaged, friends who are leaving the city, friends who are going across the country, friends who are settling down. I don't feel like I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of like online internet friends. That's great. But I really want to have friends in person. I want in real life community. So my walking club is Friday. It's not Friday. It's Saturday and Sunday in Central Park, the Jackie Onassis Reservoir at noon. So I hope you can join. And yeah, we're going to need each other. We're really going to need each other as we enter these next couple months. But last time I saw you guys, it was, what was it? It was September. Everything was great. My mom visited, celebrated 10 years in New York. My birthday was coming up. My mom had a birthday. She turned, mommy, don't kill me, 62, I believe, September 22nd. And on September 22nd, my brother died. He had passed away. And we're going to get into that. I think I want to drink a little more, and I feel like a little nasally, so okay. So it was my mom's birthday, and it was Sunday morning. And I called her and was like, Mom, happy birthday. Da, 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 da. Love you so much. She was like, oh, someone's calling me. I don't know this number, but it's somewhere local. She clicked over. Long story short, was an officer. And he had said, oh, my brother was in an accident, my older brother, John. And she had to get to the hospital. So she went there. And it was such an eerie, it wasn't eerie. It was like the night before, it was like a Saturday night. I had the perfect, most glorious Saturday, like biking through Central Park, the night stars, musicians playing, people happy, went to the bar, saw my friends. Coincidentally, I was with my girlfriend, Emily. She's like with these cool hot boys. And like one of the guys was like, oh, I have this charity about like addiction and like men and helping. And I was like, oh my God, like I have a brother who struggled with like some addiction and some mental health. And that was the night prior. And so that morning, talking to my mom, and she goes to the hospital. I call my mom, you guys. She gets to the hospital and she says that John is dead and he's like not alive. And she was like crying. Like, it just doesn't feel real. I don't know. I'm in New York. I'm in my bed in Harlem. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's your birthday. What do you mean? What are you talking about? We FaceTime my dad. Shout out to all the Black girls who have good dads, but let's coin them the term. Let's call our dad, they're nigga dads. They're nigga daddies. And they're there when they're not, when you need them. They're doing the best they can. What's really helped me in my healing journey is to look at my dad like he's his like 8 or 10-year-old self, right? That inner child. And I love my dad. I've worked so hard to heal that relationship. I love him. And thank God he was there. He answered the call. It was like a FaceTime call. No, it had to be a phone call because he doesn't have FaceTime. And we were like, he died. He's dead. He was like, what? What are you talking about? And I just kept saying like, oh my God, like I love you. 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 I FaceTimed my mom and I saw my older brother, like his body just laying there. And I guess it's what they call brain dead. So my mom was like, his eyes were moved, but he got hit by a car. He would go on walks, morning walks. He went on a walk. He got hit by a car. By the time the car waited, they stayed. The ambulance, by the time they got there, his heart had slowed down. And when he got to the hospital, he was pronounced dead. And it just did not feel real. I feel like for me, a lot of stuff or with grief, it's like delayed. But I knew it happened. Then I like called my brother. I'm like, my little brother who's there in the South I'm like, Jordan, you have to go see mom. She's alone, but I don't think he could. That's his older brother who's dead. But thankfully, my mom's brother, my uncle, Scorpio, shout out, he went there to be with my mom. And yeah, and it was so crazy. I don't know. I don't know what you believe in. I don't know. Did I feel like there was like did I feel like there's like a spiritual attack on my family, on my loved ones? Months prior, my younger brother, Jordan, had got into a car accident. Fucking smashed, fucking severed, got a whole new car. God is good. He's okay. This nigga, I love you. Going down to like, this is why you need to fucking wear your seatbelt. Because he was going down to like grab something. Girl, he's alive, great. But my mom got a new fucking car, got a new Audi, and she got in a fucking car accident. Like, what the fuck? And then months later, on her 62nd birthday, my brother is walking and he's struck by a car and he dies. So I don't want to get deep in that in a spirit. I don't know. And soon I'll have the money. I'll hire a medium who can talk with my mom, who can go on the other side and connect, tap in. And she's got the police report. She's got what else do you have to get? The autopsy. Yeah. And I was so afraid, nervous talking about this, addressing this. And I'm a double Aquarius. I'm a moon, I'm a rising. It's been 3 months. I have a level of detachedness. I think as survival skills, I think that's wonderful and beautiful. But it's been horrible. It's been awful. I've been grieving. I have these pictures displayed of me. And did I go to the funeral? I did not go. All this happening, I was like, wow, to do it, I'm going to have to come back to New York alone. Like, I'm going to have to see my mom bury her child, bury John, and then I have to come. What do you mean? What do you mean? So I personally, I could not do it. I don't know about you. I'm a visual learner. And so growing up as a Christian, as a Baptist, seeing my mom go to church, get taken over by the Holy Ghost, seeing her in AA meetings, talking about the deepest, darkest things. Like, I've seen her go to these places, but I personally, physically could not see her go. I couldn't see her go bury John. And then like I couldn't go see my mom bury my brother. And then like one day like have kids or like have it. Like, I'm so like I could. One, this is the worst outcome for any parent, like to bury a child. And I couldn't go see my mom do that. And then like get on a plane, come back to New York, and like when something like happens, when you lose someone, you have to go back to the real world and you have to like be okay and do the thing. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. My mom had a great girlfriend who, I think in the program in AA, who told her, yeah, like I had to go back to take care of a family member and it crushed her, it destroyed her. So my mom, my brother, they knew where I came from. Granny. Hi, Grandma. Grandma was not okay. She didn't shame me. I think she probably talked shit a little, as a grandma should, as a Capricorn, but I couldn't do that. And so now it's Christmas. My brother would have turned 32 December 13th on Friday. And I'm going to go home for Christmas. I'm going to see my family. And then I'll get on the plane and I'll have my brother's ashes and I'll come back to New York and I'll eventually move on. My brother was a beautiful person. He was my older brother. He was 2 years older. He was so cool. He was way more popular than me. He was like a basketball star prodigy. Growing up, I really hated him and despised him because he took all of my dad's attention and love and affection, and I didn't understand. I was confused. Now I do know why that was what it was. Talk to my dad but but in that, growing up, I loved John and we had the best relationship. When I came into my family, I changed the fucking game, and I was able to, even now, to test my dad and evolve him and move him. But the stories that my parents will tell, I came and it was me and John, and I would just be like, nigga, get that cookie jar. Oh, we're doing this. I have so many great memories. We were upstate. We were playing at my grandparents' house. They have this huge yard, maybe on an acre and a half. And he threw this stick at my face. I had to get stitches. I've told this story. And it's right, he's gonna be with me forever. It's so fucked up. It's so crazy. And my grandpa he's a Scorpio. He was Scorpio. Shout out Grandpa Nathan. He whooped John's ass because I was I wasn't even 10. I was 8 or 6, and my grandpa had said, stop playing with sticks. Me and John, we're gonna play with sticks. Growing up, we would also scare the bus driver. We would hide in the bushes, then the bus would approach in elementary school, and we would jump out of the bushes, and the bus driver had to tell my dad yo, your kids are and growing up in the family, they would call us baby kids. It was me, John, and Jordan, but we were not baby kids. They dogged on my mom a lot because she's a Virgo and she's a healer, and my mom physically had to remove herself in the environment where she got sick and family ties and alcohol and addiction, and she had to put herself in good old Arizona, get sober with all these old white men and white ladies, and evolve and healed. And my parents gave us the best, most incredible life. I was jealous and envious of John in the best way because he was just so popular. He was so cool. When I entered high school, him being a jock and a star, him having all these older hot boys as friends, I was John's little sister, and it was amazing. It was just, he was so smart. He was so intelligent. Junior year, he did get sick. Michael J. Fox has a great documentary. If you have Apple, I don't have Apple. Thank God for Christmas break. I'm going to get Paramount. I'm going to get Apple. I'm going to go home, get all the things, watch all the shows. Michael J. Fox, he has Parkinson's, and he talks about, was it the chicken or the egg? In disease, was hereditary. Using I statements and what was said, my brother was a basketball star prodigy, and he was always mid, but very good, and probably a point guard, probably a 1 or 2. But then he fell into music. And it was his passion. And think one sec. Think Kanye West, 2004, 2008, LimeWire. He loved that. He had this persona. He started this trend in good old small town Chandler, Arizona of the rapper, the little high schooler turned rapper. And his name was Mr. Ball Again. I'm going to tag. He has 3 music videos. They are so awe-inspiring. The techno, very Kanye, very 80s heartbeats, but he loved it and he loved music. And there is this drug, it's called Spice. And there's no shame here. I'm talking to you like I would talk to my friend. And he probably smoked that, probably dabbled in other recreational drugs. as a junior, as a senior in high school. And in that, it just messed with his his brain, his imbalance. He then later on was diagnosed with schizophrenia. You know, God is so good, and he prepares you so much for like how your life is going to go, because my grandpa Nathan, my mom's mom, his mother would have schizophrenia, and my mom grew up with her. She was kind of like the Nana in the attic, would talk about, oh, Hitler and Mussolini and Mandela and what are they doing? They're on our yard. But she was so sweet, so warm. And that was my grandpa's mother. I love you. I know. I hope you're there wherever you are. So my mom was prepared. And my mom, as an example of unconditional love, what it means to not give up on your child, to show up, to support, to love, to advocate. You don't got to tell me the health system, the insurance system. It is so dark. It is so awful. It is so fucked up. But to experience my mom's unwavering love, devotion for my brother, we never gave up on John. And the thing that I'm having such a hard time with God, with, you know, John was at his best. He was at his best. He was on this great cocktail of medicine, and he was living at my mom's. And it was my mom's birthday. Like, I don't want to hate God. I fucking hate. Like, I don't. We're gonna close it with a prayer. I don't want to hate God, but I'm like, what the like? You're like what? And he took him at his best. At his best. I think with any type of illness or ailment, we don't really know how much pain someone is in. So to that, like, you know, my mom and my younger brother, even in I don't know about I've talked to my dad, but I feel like me and my dad were on the same wave. My mom and my younger brother, they seem to be on a up and up. And listen, grief does not make sense. It does not make sense. It's different for everyone, but they seem to be at peace in a sense. You don't know how much pain someone is in. And I just loved my brother so, so much. And if you've lost someone, if you're going through this holiday season of grief, I'm with you and I love you. And I'm on YouTube. Shit, my brother was on YouTube 2008, 2007. And I really love you, John. I'm so grateful you were my brother. You were the best brother in the whole world. You were so funny. You were so protective. You were so loving. And you taught me so much. And I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful. I don't want to hate God. We have to get to Housewives. We got to get to Housewives. But I do want to do this AA prayer because it's so good, you guys. I don't know. I'm not in AA. Should I go to AA? No, but it's okay. And you can go if you want to go. Let's see if it loads. Now okay. It's AA. It's an acceptance prayer. And it's so good. It's so, so good. But just like do it, say it. And happy Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy New Year. And here it is. And shout out to my mom and my dad for giving me and my brothers the best childhood, the best experience. And acceptance is the answer to my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of life unacceptable to me, and I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, or thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, and if you're not an alcoholic, until personally I could accept, and I've always been afraid of death. I've always, oh my God, this feeling, girl. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on the needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Shout out AA. Okay, let's go. Housewives. What is happening? What is happening? Okay, we're in a golden age of TV. But Andy, Bravo, no. Salt Lake City. Salt Lake is golden TV. Mary Cosby's gonna go down as housewife GOAT, sharing her son, his story, the addiction. Girl, Mary M. Cosby. And her husband has made his proof and evident. He doesn't have to be on. And Mary told Andy, your producers did him dirty. He's a pastor. He's a man of the church. No. Love Mary. Who else on Salt Lake? Whitney. They say Whitney's going to get a divorce. She's leaving her husband. Whitney's boring. Alibaba. I had to ask a girl, what is Alibaba? Lisa Barlow. Champagne burp. Lisa Barlow can do no wrong, and her husband John is a Scorpio. I love the family stuff. Her son is finishing the mission. He seems to be doing good. Yes, I have notes for housewives because it's so much. Also, with Mary using Christ and Jesus, a lot of people and their families are affected with mental health and illness, and yeah, praise God, Mary. Meredith, great. She can leave, but we love the religious. She became Jewish. She leaned into her Judaism. Go off. Brittany is weird. And she was just on Watch What Happens Live. She looks different. Again, these women, they change their face. They change their life. I don't like Heather. Heather is addicted to the Botox. And again, all these white girls and influencers, the new thing is like this square chin jaw why are you trying to do buckle fat and this? Next week, we're going to talk about, didn't have enough time, about movies and film and TV because y'all need to see the substance. Demi Moore, stop trying to trade in your younger self. Love yourself. Do mouth tape. Do gua sha. Again, these women and the surgeries. Okay, Salt Lake, New York City, Andy. Okay, I'm blowing up. I'm going viral on TikTok because I'm posting old clippy clips of Roni, Real Housewives, 8, 9, 10, 11, golden. Bethany, Carol, Ramona. I think the viewers and Americans, we like honest, raw, racist, mean, cut-worthy, throat business, wealthy, self-made women. We do. This new Roni is awful. Get rid of Sai, but we all love Sai. I love seeing Sai bury her mom. I'm going home for Christmas break. We're going to bury John's ashes in the backyard with a tree. Girl, but Sai's an influencer. She knows how to play the game. Erin's a true New Yorker. I loved that Erin and her husband. Do we think it's just Bitcoin or is it something else? But we love Abe and that he might he vibes with the lesbian. That's a whole judge. They can keep Erin, but I think Erin and Brynn had an alliance and it's just fumbling so bad. I don't think Brynn is insufferable. I love what she said regarding the assault and the trauma. And she had a lot of shame and guilt that she couldn't tell her grandma, her Mimi, about this thing that happened. So shout out Brynn. Also, Brynn is in marketing. Also, shout out Higher Learning. Van Lathan, Rachel Lindsay, their podcast. They had Anna Marie Wallace, a former Beverly Hills housewife, and she said, Brynn is a genius, a marketing genius. I think Brynn is doing the arc. And also, New York is so boring. They're all so staged. She had to add the drama. So, Brynn, I see you. She's an Aquarius, an innovator. Go off. Rebecca is a Scientologist. Next. They're crazy. They're weird. That man, David, killed his wife. Uba, she's boring, but her boyfriend, he's a Connecticut. But also, I like Uba because I'm an American Black girl. It's good to see an immigrant Black girl. And I do think Brynn is jealous. Jessel, go amazing. They all want to be Jessel, but Jessel is so aloof, unaware, and she is herself. I don't like the drama about her and the baby and her husband because I'm like, keep that between y'all, but I think it's staged. It's so good. And the husband's like a food influencer. Jenna is great, but Jenna's like an Andy hire. She's selling clothes to pay for her mouth. But teeth, the bill is expensive. So, girl, I know. Y'all, we have 2 minutes. There's Orange County, but it wrapped up. And then what's the other one? Potomac. Let's do Potomac because I can do it. Potomac. Mia is making it ghetto. She's making it so ghetto, so ratchet. Her children are so beautiful, so gorgeous. And I pray that they have an okay experience on the internet because she's just being a fool and being awful. She's being so... Giselle's great. I'm happy Robin's gone. If you are Black or brown, ask your parent, your mom, your dad, your grandparent, where is their will? Where is the money going? Get it all in writing because it's just horrific what's happening. Ashley, get rid of her. She's boring. Love the new girl. Is her name Katie? What's the new girl? No, it's not Katie. It's Stacy. But her man is evil and mean and weird. Potomac's on the come up. We love. I could get into Orange County, but we'll save that because, I mean, that season wrapped. Orange County and Beverly Hills. We'll get into that. I hope you guys have a beautiful Christmas holiday season. I was so scared coming in here, but I feel good. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad we're back. In the new year, we'll have guests. Grief is unpredictable. Grief does not make sense. I'm grateful for all my friends, everyone who donated to my brother's GoFundMe page, who was able to support the Lentz family, who's also been going through a similar grief experience. Selena, Famous and Fly Black Girls, you reposted, and I know that helped me get so many donations to my brother's GoFundMe. So thank you. Our angels never die, and I will see you in the new year. Be well, stay safe, happy full moon, and God is good. Bye. Okay, an hour. Okay. Okay. Alive to see the day. And I gotta go pee. I finished. I have to go pee so bad. Also, are we drunk? But what are we eating? We have to get food. Oh my God. We did it. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have a Christmas tree in your apartment?
I got like a little one.
You did good. I had one last year. This year I'm like, I was like, I'll get one this week, and then I'm like, December's over.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly.
I got like a Charlie Brown, and I love a real tree.
Yeah, the smell.
The smell, exactly. Even my mom's just like, cost a fake one, but I'm like, Mom, that's not wrong. But I want to go look at some trees, like get in the spirit, get in the mood.
Yeah.
And New York's been good. It's been chill.
And all the trees out.
The trees have been crazy, but I haven't gotten stuck. So I've been like, as long as I'm not getting stuck, I'm not.
People that got stuck though.
On the
3,500 people.
And, well, my thing is like, I would flip if when you have to exit. Like, I'm okay if someone was like claustrophobic. I'm like, no. I don't want to have to exit. It's the exit of like, I would like. No. But I'm not.
Nobody was in a wheelchair. Like, imagine. I'm sure you're gonna have to evacuate someone.
That's why I'm also like.